Hi, Sarah. Hello.
What is wrong with you? Why are you such a lazy piece of shit? What about your dreams? How exactly do you think you're going to achieve your goals? How do you plan on going anywhere in life? You're such a failure. All that you're gonna make it before 30 crap, you're full of shit. No wonder your life is a mess.
Look familiar to you? Well, this actually happens to me more often than I like to admit. But what I've realized as I've continued to juggle all my commitments over the years is that wasting half a day happens to everyone. Okay, maybe not people like Elon Musk or Warren Buffett, who I consider superhumans or gods, or those productivity YouTubers who just really seem to have their lives together. Me, on the other hand, is that average top 1% of world population wannabe, but constantly having inner battles between my ambitions and the sluggish sloth in me. So every time I'm at that point where I've wasted half a day, but I've got a million things on my to-do list, I'm faced with two options. One is to beat myself up and spiral and have an anxiety attack and let it affect my next day and possibly the day after. Or I could suck it up, go about the routine I used to turn things around, save the day, and push myself forward in life, rather than rotting in a rut. And that is what I'm sharing today. How to survive poor time management, aka how to survive myself. The key is damage control on my morale. Now that I've finally put myself in front of my workstation, there are all these things I need to do. Back then, I wouldn't know where to begin and it would get overwhelming. So I then start procrastinating. We all know how it goes. But now I have a system. Obviously, if you have a deadline that's due like tomorrow, then you have no choice. But otherwise, I would start with something quick and simple to feed my brain some wins. After I get into that state of mind, like I'm on a roll, then I will deal with the complicated ones.
Now, as I've got a lot to go through but not much time, efficiency is imperative to my mission of saving this day, and I got to stay focused. One method I really like for staying focused is the Pomodora technique, where I set a timer to 25 minutes and dedicate that 25 minutes to a task. Absolutely no distraction. Phone muted and pull away somewhere. This technique works for me because when I tell myself I only gotta stay 100% focused for 25 minutes and I can take a break after, it seems totally doable, and it really helps me overcome that mental obstacle of dreading hours and hours of work. I usually end up going slightly over 25 minutes, which is okay because the important thing is to get myself going. And you'd be surprised what you can achieve in 25 minutes of being highly focused. I do make sure I take those breaks though, just so I don't burn out.
Obviously, my brain plays a huge role in my ability to power through multiple tasks in a row. I need clarity, headspace, and I need to avoid a mental block at all costs. So I make sure I take my fish oil supplement, which I find so important for holding my life together, as dramatic as that sounds. But seriously, I used to think that fish oil is only for old people, until recently I learned that omega-3 fatty acids, which we get from fish oil, build brain and nerve cells, reduce inflammation in the body and the brain, and provide nutrition that our brain and eyes need, so I can get that clear headspace and be switched on. It even helps with depression and anxiety. I've been complaining so much about my memory being not as good as when I was younger, and I feel like I've been getting dumber every year. Turned out I could be suffering inflammation from all the omega-6 fatty acids that have built up in my body from eating lots of red meats and other foods rich in omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are like omega-6 fatty acids' mortal enemy, so our body needs a sufficient amount of omega-3 fatty acids to balance out high levels of omega-6 fatty acids. Besides taking the fish oil, I'm also quite mindful of what I eat. There are some foods that can give me brain fog, like dairy, junk food, or anything inflammatory. I stay away from those. I mean, there's enough of things in my life that can ruin my life. So when it comes to times when I really need my brain to stay sharp, I go for foods that can help improve my cognitive function. For example, a turmeric latte, dark chocolate, blueberries, all perfect for snacking.
So operant conditioning is the term that has driven it. And so
Later.
So I managed to complete a few important tasks, enough to eliminate feelings of guilt and shame, which was really the main goal of today. That, my friends, is how I saved a half-wasted day. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.